It's not easy being the one everyone counts on to keep the facility running, no matter the weather or supply chain hiccup. But we get you, Raymond in Buffalo, and Maria in Miami, Jules in Minneapolis, and Stan in Central Indiana, taking control of everything that's under your control. At Grainger, we're here for you with experienced branch staff at over 250 locations so you get the product you're looking for. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey everyone, it's Adam DeGrade from the David vs. Goliath podcast, where we help small business owners everywhere find, serve, and keep more customers profitably. We do that with a highly entertaining visual podcast played on Spotify, YouTube, Rumble, or any other podcast network you could possibly imagine. We can't wait to see you there. Get education, inspiration, and activation on the David vs. Goliath podcast. That's the David vs. Goliath podcast. We'll see you there.
Hey, what's up, folks? It is Lost Zane Recordings Time FREEview. Now, the full show is about 3 hours, and I release 2 of them a week on my Patreon. They're taken from my time on the radio on 107.3 WBBL. This show is the November 7th. It's Monday, November 7th, 2016. I've taken a little excerpt of it here and publish it for you to enjoy on the free platform. However, if you want the full thing, you go to patreon.com/Eric Zane. It's part of my weekly 15-plus hours of content that I put up there, in addition to my daily free podcast. You know, more of me is what you need. If you're like, I don't know if I want to do that, man. I listen to the free one, but, the Patreon. Let me just tell you, that's what keeps this household going, and I'm not even kidding. Thank you so much if you've helped in the past, and I'm not one of these assholes that tries to guilt trip you into it. I give you a lot on there. It's well worth it. $5 or $10 a month. There's a lot of content that I post. All I recommend is if you're like on the fence, try it. That way, if it sucks shit, you're only out $5 or $10 and then you forget about it. Okay? So do that. Sign up for $5 or $10 and try it out. Put a reminder in your phone, okay, so that you don't forget to cancel it if it sucks. But if you cancel it right away, you get the rest of that month. So don't worry. If you know right away that it sucks shit, I know I'm doing a lot of talking about how shitty it is, but it's not. It's excellent. But I try to make this as simple as possible to give you an out, That's what a lot of people are worried about. They just sign up for something and then forget about it. But I make extra sure. But I'm so confident that you will love the show, that you will want to keep it going. And if you really want to help out, I will give you something back. I'll save you 10%. Sign up for 1 full year. You pay for it all at once, and I'll give you 10% off. That's going to save you some cash. So you can get it less than $5 a month for my audio podcast. If you go $10 a month, that's audio, video, and live streams. I love the Patreon. I love you for even considering joining it. If you've joined in the past and then gave up, thank you anyway for trying. Some of you joined and then got butthurt because I'm always right, and then you gave up. So for those special people, thank you so much. Can't win them all. See ya. Bye-bye.
It's a 70.
Oh, man, really? Damn.
Tomorrow, pretty good chance of rain and a high of 60. Wednesday, and then it's still not bad. I mean, Wednesday, 57, sunny. Thursday, 60 and sunny. It's pretty great. In fact, some of my extended family was visiting from California, Los Angeles, and their daughter is going to Michigan.
Hail.
And so,
real Michigan?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, super smart.
I love it when people say it when they go to University of Michigan Dearborn and they're like, I'm going to Michigan.
Flint, yeah, I went to Michigan.
No, you didn't. I almost ruined friendship back when I had friends. Almost ruined friendships when I was like, no, you did not go to Michigan. You went to U of M Dearborn. Stop. You didn't get it. It's the same degree. Okay.
Is it the same standards to get in?
No. Of course it's not the same standards to get in.
Because Michigan is it's not an easy college to get in.
You have to have like a 4.0 to get into Michigan.
If you're not an athlete, you have to.
Yeah.
By the way,
or do something crazy. Like you discovered a cure for cancer, but you were too lazy to do the homework, so you got like a 2.5. To get into University of Michigan Dearborn, the standards are a lot lower, and Flint even lower. No, you did not go to Michigan. Stop it. It just tilted me when these people were like, "Yeah, I'm going to Michigan." I'm like, "Oh, damn! How did you get into Michigan?"
No, it's Michigan Dearborn.
I was like, "That's not Michigan. It's Michigan Dearborn. It's totally different."
No,
Stop. But no, that's cool though. Yeah, she's actually
my cousin's daughter, which is my second cousin, is she's going into nursing at the University of Michigan. It's a very open field. By the way, if you want to get a job like 1 second after you graduate, go into nursing. You would not believe the shortage
at the University of Michigan, no less.
Even if you were to go to Grand Valley, for example, Grand
Valley has a very competitive nursing program.
You can make a ton of dough if you're a young person. Holy crap!
When I graduated, only 3 nursing students were graduating in that class because that's how selective it is.
Yeah,
like if you can actually make it through the program, you're going to get a heck of a job real quick.
Yeah, I'd like to be 23, 24, and I don't know, starting out at about 65 on the low end.
Yeah, I was going to say at the low end.
I mean, can you
certified
be that
nurses?
Young, making that much money? That's awesome.
Yeah, certified nurses make a ton.
That might be my next career choice. Be a nurse.
Yeah, you'd be great.
Stuff this rag in your mouth. Shut up. So yeah, I visited with her and the family from Los Angeles, and I go, so have you guys ever been to Michigan at this time of year? And it was a perfect day yesterday in Ann Arbor, where we were. And they're like, oh my God, because they've never seen rolling hills, changing colors, stuff that we all take for granted and see every year. And because they don't see color changes in California. It just doesn't
Where in
happen.
California do they live?
Right in Los Angeles.
Ooh, that's nice.
And but they're like they're so used to that. That is the dry. They hate it.
So she's coming to Michigan.
She is at Michigan right now, and her whole family flew in
to visit
with her.
Damn, that's cool.
And so then we went over because we don't see them that often because they live in Southern California.
Why didn't you go to UCLA or something?
Well,
just to get away from the family.
Yeah,
I could see that.
I mean,
are they like you?
They have a nice setup where they can. They put in a lot of applications at different schools, and Michigan is a great program, and it's a chance to get out. I mean, if you live in California and then you suddenly go to Michigan, that's like going to another part of the world.
Oh yeah,
and they have another son who's also my second cousin. He's applying for Ohio State. He's a senior in high school right now.
He can go pound sand.
I'm talking to these people. I go, this is going to be crazy if you get into their program. What you want to do? He goes, I know it.
What does he want to do?
I'm not even sure. We didn't get that far in the conversation.
You try to convince him to go into the lucrative career of radio?
Nope.
What about radio sales? That's a good one, too.
It is a fine deal, Julius.
But no.
Please don't be that insulting to the fine people who determine whether or not we sink or swim here.
Hey, we could use some Big Ten educated.
Sounded insulting towards the sales staff of this.
No. I'm saying we could use some fresh, well-educated, new young blood coming through the system.
You sound zero. Yeah, I'm convinced in no way by what you just said. It all sounded awful.
No.
All right, the Griffins are at it again. Get your tickets, griffinshockey.com.
Can I get some Michigan tickets, by the way?
I don't think so.
Damn.
Wednesday, it's the beginning of Winning Wednesday. Go to griffinshockey.com. Get tickets for this Wednesday game. Very important because if they win, when you're walking out of the rink, you get a free ticket. I mean, if you buy 4 and they win, you're going to get 4 free tickets. That's literally the most amazing promotion that has ever happened in any sporting event, and it's just terrific. So that's what Winning Wednesday is all about, and you would get a winning ticket. If they win, you get a free ticket for the next Wednesday game. And if they win that one, you get another free ticket. There's no limit on this.
Third period, last game in the playoffs.
So there you go. We are doing that with them. So Friday night, it was another kickoff, another hockey weekend at Van Andel Arena. The Iowa Wild in town, Teemu Pulkkinen, Jeff Hogan. It was bittersweet to see them in Iowa Wild uniforms. The team honored the two because they had some really good years here in Grand Rapids, and they're really missed. So that was nice. The Wings, or I should say, the Griffs then went out to score 4 goals. Iowa only got 1, so a big 4-1 win for the Griffs.
Hey, welcome back. Take this pounding.
Mm-hmm. A couple of things that stood out that are worth mentioning. First of all, there's a player on the team for Iowa who got called for a penalty.
And his first name is Sam, and the last name is A-N-A-S.
Sam Anus?
And
Samanus?
Samanus. He's sitting right next to me. So, and I keep the door open, so it's...
So he could beat your ass if you said anything sideways.
And, let's see, what number was Sam?
69.
Penalty on Iowa penalty on number 7, and then I look at the pronunciation guide and I go Sam, and there's a slight pause, and over my left shoulder is Terry Marshall, the timeout coordinator, and over my shoulder I hear say anus, say anus, anus. To my right is the guy.
It's Sam Anus,
and Sam, I know he can hear Terry. So I'm like, oh God, this is weird.
Beat my ass.
And then I look at the pronunciation guide, and it's anus. It's actually written down ANN-IS. Now it goes Iowa penalty on number 7, Sam, and then that happened, anus. And then I hear, thank you. The dude goes, thank you for saying it right. Everybody says it wrong. Calls me anus. And I go, oh, no problem, man. Sorry that you're in the box. Go out there and score a goal. He didn't.
Calling all partners. Losing weight is better together with Nutrisystem's Partner Plan. In fact, people who diet together lose 20% more weight than dieting on their own. Get new premium meals with up to 30 grams of protein. They're big and filling and taste delicious. Plus, try our new restaurant faves that taste like your favorite restaurant, portioned with half the calories. Don't wait. You could win big cash during Nutrisystem's Better Together Partner Plan $100K giveaway. And maybe win the grand prize of $25,000. Just go to Nutrisystem.com/thin right now and get 50% off plus an extra $50 off your first month. You heard me right. Go to Nutrisystem.com/thin right now and get 50% off plus an extra $50 off. Don't wait. This partner plan offer will not last long. Just go to Nutrisystem.com/thin right now and get 50% off plus an extra $50 off. Go to Nutrisystem.com/thin. See website for details on our 2-month subscription offer. No purchase necessary. Open only to U.S. residents over 21. Void where prohibited. Runs December 25 through April 4th, 2022. For official rules, visit Nutrisystem.com. Sponsored by Nutrisystem, Inc.
It would have been funny. You said the door is open. Sam Anus slowly, close the door so it doesn't come through and beat your ass.
I have never once...
Could you imagine if I was your scorekeeper?
Well, yeah, because Terry is the guy who...
I'd be yelling. I wouldn't be saying "say anus." I'd be yelling "anus."
Right.
I'm hoping to get over the loudspeaker.
Now, I should say, Terry was saying it quietly because he's got a headset on just like mine, and if he pushes a button, I can hear him in my headphones. So when I go, when I said Iowa penalty number 7, Sam, anus, say anus, say his name was anus. But I know he said it loud enough for thinking he was quiet enough, but he wasn't. Dude had to have heard it. I was like, God, this is awkward.
Oh, he's not that big. He's 5'8", 160. He's like your size.
Yeah,
slightly bigger, but
46 years old and
5'8", 160 though.
I don't know how to fight. That would have been a problem.
This guy looks like he blows.
Late in the game, could you see if number 2 for the Griffins is Joe Hickett's? Look that up. I don't know.
Yes, Joe Hickett's number 2.
For your Grand Rapids Griffins, late in the game, Callahan smashed some guy through a wall. It was right in front of me. I mean, all you see is the guy's feet go in the air. And Callahan kills this guy. And all hell breaks loose. Everybody goes after Callahan. He's like, what? Just punches, flying right in front of me, man.
See, that's why I want Callahan on the Red Wings.
And so
he's not afraid to stir some ass.
And he did exactly that. He just creamed this dude and just smashed him into oblivion. And then so everybody starts punching and going crazy. And 2 penalties are called for the Griffins and 1 for the Wild. And now I usually have my head down. I'm writing things down. I've got 2 people talking to me. That's why Terry Marshall, the timeout coordinator, usually tells me everything I need to say. And he says, he tells me the time.
So he does all the heavy lifting.
Basically, I just got to write it down and read it. And he goes, 15 for GR, 2 for GR, 6 for Iowa. Iowa, 2 for interference. Callahan, 2 for boarding when he put that guy through the wall. And then Hickett's got 2 for a rough.
Is there a number 6 on Iowa?
I take it back. He said Callahan got 2 for high sticking. Now, Callahan, like I said, he put that guy through the wall.
Right.
And Terry says to me, dude got 2 for high sticking, and then Hickett's got 2 for a rough. And I thought to myself, when he said that, I go, that sounds weird. There's no way Callahan got a high stick, because all he did was smash that guy. He tried to put him through the board. But whatever. So then I announce it. Now, the referee is Terry Koharski from the famous Koharski roughing family. Every member of that family has roughed in the NHL. It's unbelievable. And so there's Terry, underachiever in the American League. I announce the penalty just as the linesman drops the puck. Koharski blows the whistle as I'm announcing the penalties. He skates over, and he goes, no! Callahan got a board. Hickett's got a... No, he goes... It's a board and a rough. He didn't say names. He goes, board and a rough on the penalty, board on the rough. And the scorekeeper leans over. He goes, oh, okay. He goes, yeah. And he looks at me and goes, you said high stick and a rough. I go, well, it ain't my fault. It's Terry's fault. Terry told me
throw him under the
it was a high stick and a rough. And so then I go, who got what? Now Callahan stands up, puts his mouth to the hole, and he goes, board. And I look back at him, and I go, who? I don't know who. I wasn't entirely sure who got what. It was all happening very, very fast. It all happened very, very fast. And I yelled out, who? And I want to know who got the board. The problem was my thumb was on the transmit button. Oh. So inside of Van Andel Arena, you hear, who?
You're lucky you didn't swear.
Exactly.
Who the F got the board?
So,
Mitch yells, Mitch, you bleepy bleep.
He then smiles that toothless jack-mouth grin of his, and he goes, me! And I'm like, oh, no!
What was the score at this point? It was 4-1 at this point?
Yeah, it was.
Luckily, it was 4-1, because they would have probably tried to kill you.
He starts laughing, and so it was just ridiculous.
I'm just imagining a toothless laugh.
The next night.
Everyone, I love how almost everyone on the Griffins roster is smiling except for Mitch Callahan.
Yeah. Maybe he didn't have his implant in. He's the only man in the world who has a 30-tooth implant.
I believe those are called dentures.
One final thing. Is that clock right now?
That clock is basically right, yes. Essentially right. I fixed it.
I don't know how you remembered that. I would have let that go.
Yeah, well, I'm a genius.
Then the next night in Chicago's played, and late in one of the periods, they want to add 1 second onto the clock. There's 19 minutes and 59 seconds elapsed, and they have time for one more face-off. Now, the referee is the same ref again, Terry Koharski. He skates over. He goes, 1 second, because the coach for their team is saying, we need a 1 second. That whistle was blown too late. We should have a second. Koharski agreed. He skates back over. There's time for a face-off. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's about it. And so this coach for Chicago is making a big deal about it. Now, I don't even know what's going on at this point, but I know that their coach is bitching, and the referee is demanding, and we are going to do it. The trouble is, Norm, our scorekeeper, I think he just turned 146.
146 years old?
Yeah. And so Norm is fat fingering through this damn score box, controlling the center ice matrix board.
This isn't working.
He keeps he gives 0.1 second. So he puts a tenth of a second on.
No.
Now, and he thinks he's right. Now, while that's going on, I have no idea what's even happening.
Right.
But all I know is I'm going to screw with the coach from the other team who's demanding, this always works out for me, he's demanding 1 second gets put on. Now, I don't control it. I'm just a guy with headphones and a microphone. And I'm looking at him from across the ice. I start shaking my head and going, no, like, nope, not going to do it. Now, I don't care, and I have no control over it. I'm just shaking my head to see what he does.
You're just a clown behind the glass. They don't actually know that you have no control.
Exactly. He sees me. Now, it just so happens,
you the finger?
Norm is going to then screw it up by putting 0.1 on the clock, so it seems like I'm doing it. this coach starts getting animated, like, heck, no, I want 1 second. And I'm going, nope, no way. And then I realize what's happening. I go, okay, really, amp it up. No. And then Norm never did put 1 second on the clock.
Oh, really?
And so
it doesn't really matter.
Koharski drops the puck, and then he gets frustrated and skates over. He's shaking his head at Norm, and I'm like, yeah, I know, right? What's his deal?
Old bastard.
Norm, I go, Norm, you screwed that whole thing up. I don't know. Oh, my God. Jesus. When we come back in the next...
Are we hopelessly late?
I don't want to say that because then you'll make fun of me. I don't even know. I think this is our...
We are hopelessly late.
Nah, it's not that bad. We've had worse. Not the end of the world. But our breaks float. No biggie.
Yeah. Now it's no biggie.
We're going to talk a little bit about the election and specifically get into the Saturday night. I mean, the fact that Clinton and Trump, Senator Clinton, God dang it, Secretary Clinton and Mr. Trump will be here today campaigning the day before the election, I think is flat out ridiculous. This is Mike. Mike, were you at the game?
Oh, I was at both the games.
Okay. What did you see about all this?
That Iowa team sucks, plainly. We don't need Plukanen or Hogan anymore, apparently.
No, they weren't bad. They're 4-4 going into the game. I mean,
right.
They must have played like crap.
Okay, what else?
And then the Chicago, I don't know if you were going to talk about the fight or not, but why would a hockey player try hitting another player in the ribs when they got pads on? Seriously?
I didn't even see that. What? When?
Yeah, you got to remember, Eric doesn't actually pay attention to the game. He has everyone else do the heavy lifting.
What the hell happened?
Oh, the two players got into a fight, and the Chicago guy was trying to hit the Griffins player in the ribs, and the Griffins player just pretty much picked him up, fired me, and carried him and tossed him right on his butt.
It all runs together for me. Thank you. I appreciate it, Mike. 800-785-1073. Thanks to our friends at Ellen Bob's for setting us up with the phone. SNL did their... I don't know if it's the final time we'll see Alec Baldwin as Trump.
No, there's no way.
McKinnon as...
Are you kidding?
As Mrs. Clinton, but it was kind of cool. With
no matter who wins, those two are going to do their bit this weekend.
Yeah.
Unless Trump wins and he takes them off the air. But it's going to...
Can you imagine? My first act as president will be to make them stop making fun of me.
Alec Baldwin concentration camp for you.
Look, if Trump wins, he has to go on Saturday Night Live, right?
If he wins? I mean,
come on.
If he loses, he needs to go.
Either or.
If he
Get
wins,
on there. Come on.
When was the last time there was a sitting president on Saturday Night Live hosting?
I have no idea.
I don't know if there ever have been. I'm telling you, though, if he loses to show good faith, he needs to go on and have a debate with himself against Alec Baldwin. That would be fun.
Yes, it would. We'll take a break and come back in just a few short minutes with that. And if anybody asks you who you listen to, please tell them the Eric Zane Show on 107.3 WBBL.
That's going to do it. My FREEview of the lost Zane recordings. Thanks so much for checking it out. You want the full show? P-A-T. Did you hear that? P-A-T. Like point after try. PATREON.com/Eric Zane. Patreon.com/Eric Zane. Thanks so much, folks. Bye-bye.
Hey, everyone, it's Adam DeGrade from the David versus Goliath podcast, where we help small business owners everywhere find, serve, and keep more customers profitably. We do that with a highly entertaining visual podcast played on Spotify, YouTube, Rumble, or any other podcast network you could possibly imagine. We can't wait to see you there. Get education, inspiration, and activation on the David versus Goliath podcast. That's the David versus Goliath podcast. We'll see you there.
Do you know how to report and detect a gas leak? Columbia Gas cares about your safety. So if you smell a sulfur-like rotten egg odor, please stop what you're doing, leave the area immediately, and call 911 and Columbia Gas. For more safety information, visit ColumbiaGasOhio.com/stay safe.